Hello parents and students, and welcome to my flipped back to school night. My name is Erin Wolfe. I have a bachelor's degree in English from the University of California, Irvine, as well as my master's degree in education from UCI. I have taught English here at Plaza Vista since 2011 in 6th, 7th, and 8th grades. I have two baby girls. One is 2 years old. Her name is Katerina. And the other one was just born this May, and I will be home with my girls until August 14th of this year, and then I will return. While I'm out on maternity leave, the talented Diana Mullins will be starting out the year for me as my long-term substitute. Diana recently came by in April and spent the day with me in my classroom, so the students have all had a chance to meet her. Diana taught English and reading for 10 years in Maine before relocating out here to Irvine. She has 2 graduate degrees in addition to her teaching credentials, and recently served as teacher, teacher coach, technical liaison, and associate director for the UCI writing project, which is a very big deal around here. She has 2 daughters, both of whom recently graduated from University High School this June. We use Aries as our program to keep track of grades here at Plaza Vista, and my categories for English are weighted: 30% for tests, 30% for writing and projects, 20% for classwork homework, and 20% for quizzes. Grades are not rounded, so whatever a student ends up with at the end of the trimester is exactly what they will see on their progress report or their report card. When homework is issued in my class, it is written on my whiteboard in the upper left-hand corner, so students always know where to look, and that homework should be copied into their planners every day. It's also posted on my Canvas page on the homework tab, and that page is updated depending on whether or not dates change or need to be pushed back or forward. So please do check the Canvas page for the most recent updates. Homework is due the next day unless otherwise specified. And again, that would be specified on my whiteboard or on the Canvas page. And homework is not given on weekends. In fact, if homework is given in class, it is usually to complete an assignment that was not finished in class, to study for things such as word masters or for an upcoming quiz, or to read if we are reading a novel study. Study Sync is the English textbook that was adopted last year across all of Irvine Unified School District for all middle schools. It is primarily an online platform, and so if you have your student take you to what will look like the image on the screen, you will be able to see that they have at the very top of their page a navigation bar that has home, assignments, binder. Binder is where all of their completed assignments go. Blasts, which are current events, and library, which has different novels and texts that they are reading. This primarily online platform has everything from videos that they can watch and listen to and turn on closed captioning for. It has texts that they can read. There are audios for the texts that they can slow down or speed up. There is highlighting for the text to allow them to follow along if they would like to turn that on. There are questions, short answer questions called think questions that they will work on. Comprehension questions, which are like SBAC multiple choice. They're modeled after the SBAC. And there are occasionally writing prompts. Whatever they have on their assignment will show up in the left-hand corner where you see numbers 1 through 5. And the due dates for these assignments will show up right above. When students come to class, they should have the basics when it comes to materials with them. All students are expected to have at least one pencil, a pen, which could be a black pen, a blue pen, a red pen. It's just something that they can use for corrections when we do corrections in class. They should have paper, and we use college ruled paper up here in middle school. A highlighter that they can use to help annotate in their consumable Study Sync textbook. And they should always have their planner with them. Their planner is useful not just for writing down homework, but also because when they go to tutorial on Tuesdays and Thursdays, They will be asked to take out their planner, depending on which class they're in, so that the teacher can see if they have been stamped or not. And teachers will also ask to stamp their planner if they need to see them for a specific tutorial. So those are required for them to have. Students are all issued a consumable StudySync textbook at the beginning of the year, which is a replica of the texts that they will have on the online platform of their StudySync, but it does not have everything that the online platform has. So the consumable StudySync textbook will have the texts themselves, it will have think questions, and occasionally some sort of writing focus, but it does not have the videos, it doesn't have the accompanying worksheets or anything like that. There are other materials that are optional, but they are useful. Our students found this year that it was very useful for them to bring their own headphones with them because of the videos that occur in StudySync. Even though they can turn on closed captioning and watch the video quietly, many of them do find it helpful to listen to the videos and the modeled conversation with their headphones. It would also be helpful if students could come to class with a black Sharpie. This is not required, but if ever they have to do artwork or they would like to outline things, they do ask for black Sharpies, and my black Sharpies do not last very long in class. Students will write 3 fully processed essays in the following categories: argumentative, informational explanatory, and narrative over the course of this school year. These argumentative, informational, and narrative essays show up at the end of a unit, some of which will be inside of a StudySync unit and some of which will be part of separate units that we do that are not part of StudySync. Most of this writing is done in class. So students will do their rough draft writing in class, they will do peer reviews, they will do lots of revision, and then type their formal, final, finished draft and submit it, usually to Canvas, every once in a while to StudySync. In addition to the formal essays, students do a lot of daily or low-stakes writing, and this type of writing includes things like summarizing, inference, citing textual evidence, and strengthening their commentary, and the use of figurative language in their writing. In addition to writing, we do have grammar. We issue a grammar pretest at the beginning of the year to determine, specific to our classes, which large grammar units are in need and which grammar lessons can be more individualized, could be issued through tutorials, or could be just small lessons that we do within StudySync. I do occasionally give extra credit in my class, and that would be in the form of questions at the end of a quiz or a test. Occasionally, there will be assignments themselves that are considered extra credit on the whole, but extra credit is not given upon request, and it is not given at the end of the trimester just for a grade bump. In April, the 8th grade teachers will recommend the 8th graders for their 9th grade classes. At Irvine High School, there are 3 9th grade English classes that students could be placed into. College Prep is the most common one, and that is a high school course that will allow students to earn credit toward graduation. It is the regular 9th grade English class that most students are recommended for. There is an honors English class, which is more rigorous in reading, depth of writing, analysis, and participation, and usually about a third of our students are recommended for honors. Basic English is our 3rd class that we could recommend students for, and Irvine High School has asked us to recommend students for this class who are reading well below grade level and need to be caught up before they can start to earn credit toward graduation in their English class. Irvine High School is a block system, so in order for a student to enter into an honors English or an honors history course, he or she must receive an honors recommendation from both myself and Mrs. Perini. Honors requirements are handed down to us by Irvine High School. Students must receive an A on at least 2 of 3 trimester report cards. This includes an A-, but 1 B+ is acceptable throughout the course of the year. In addition to their grades, students must exhibit honors characteristics like solid integrity, work habits that reflect an honors student, and a genuine enthusiasm for the subject. Every year at the beginning of the year, our students sign up with their 5th period homeroom teacher only for a fall goal-setting conference. This conference is positive and is meant for students, teachers, and parents to come together at the beginning of the year and establish a foundation of communication and see that if there are specific goals that anyone in the room would like the student to meet, that those are communicated. Students must attend this conference with their parents because it is all about them. Thank you for watching my flipped back to school night presentation. If you have any questions about anything, or if you need to get in contact with me throughout the year, please feel free to email me at erinwolfe@iusd.org, or you can call at 949-936-6976. Thank you.